Coppin State University students, faculty, and staff. This is the first time that we've had a chance to gather as a complete university community since COVID-19 forced us to make some drastic changes to how we do the business of higher education and indeed how we live our lives. I trust that all of you are making the necessary adjustments to thrive even under these challenging circumstances, and that you're maintaining the appropriate social distance and exercising good judgment. Let me remind you that our Community Health Center remains open and available for service through telehealth means. We are aware that many people are experiencing stress these days, and we're working with HR to find appropriate ways to provide assistance for people who might need it. I urge all of you to stay safe. And now to the business at hand today. I'm pleased to introduce and present Dr. Anthony Jenkins, the next president of Coppin State University. Several aspects of his background suggest to me that he is a great fit for the leadership that Coppin State University needs at this point in time. He's a sitting president who's been making decisions and providing successful leadership for almost 4 years. He's a first-generation college graduate in his family. He has broad higher education experience. He's provided leadership for at least 2 HBCUs, West Virginia State, where he serves as president right now, and he served as vice president at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. In addition, Dr. Jenkins has earned degrees from 2 other HBCUs, Fayetteville State University and North Carolina Central University, both constituent institutions of the University of North Carolina system. His higher education experience is diverse. His Ph.D. is from Virginia Tech University, and he has served significant administrative posts at the University of North Carolina at Wilmington and at the University of Central Florida, one of the largest universities in the country. In addition, he has expertise in an area where Coppin State University needs to excel in the near and immediate future, and that is enrollment management. Under his leadership at West Virginia State, that university has experienced growth in the undergraduate and the graduate levels. And in addition, the online instructional program has grown as well. Also, West Virginia State has achieved a 5-year high in its retention rate for its students. And finally, I note that I believe that he embraces the notion of a state university like Coppin being a steward of place, and that he will seek opportunities to build partnerships through the city, the state, and region in ways that will enhance both the university and the West Baltimore community. It appears to me that the University System of Maryland Board of Regents and the Presidential Search Committee have done an outstanding job in identifying and attracting just the right leader for Coppin State University in 2020. My wife, Lavera, and I are happy to present to you the next president of Coppin State University, Dr. Anthony Jenkins, and his family.
Thank you, President Burnham. Listen, thank you very much. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, and it's good to see you again and your lovely wife. And my hopes and prayers are that you, your family, and the entire Coppin family is doing well. You know, I'm very excited about this opportunity. Throughout this entire process, I have had the opportunity to interact with so many wonderful people, and the conversations that I've had and the stories that I hear coming out of Coppin just re-energizes me more and more. And so before I talk a little bit about that, I just want to do a couple of things, and let me stop and pause to thank you. Thank you for stepping in as the interim president and leading Coppin in a time when it needed sound stability. And I want to thank you for your leadership and guiding this university through these unprecedented times that we find ourselves in. You know, no one could have predicted how COVID-19 would flip higher education on its head. And yet through your leadership and the wonderful team that you have there at Coppin, you've been able to guide the institution and to continue moving it forward. And so I personally want to thank you, as well as the conversations we've had about my transition and keeping me informed with what's going on there on the ground has been very helpful. So from me and my family, thank you very much. And for everyone at Coppin, Coppin would not be where it is through this global pandemic if not for your outstanding leadership. So thank you very much, and I do appreciate that. Thank you. I also want to take this opportunity, and you mentioned earlier, to thank the Board of Regents. I want to thank former Chancellor Correct, our current Chancellor. I want to thank the actual search committee, some of who I hope are viewing in today. I want to thank them. I want to thank them for their support. I want to thank them for the great conversations we had about Coppin. I want to thank them for playing a strategic role, an important role, and helping me become the next president of Coppin State University. I look forward to working with Chancellor Perman as we continue to do great things, not only for Coppin State University, but also for Baltimore and for higher education across the great state of Maryland. And so I look forward to talking with him about some of the opportunities and some of the challenges that face our institution, and the support that we're going to need from him and from the system to make sure that Coppin continues to be a beacon of hope for all who wants a quality education. Let me also take a moment and thank someone who's also played a very important role in making today happen, and that is Kelly Jackson. So Kelly, I know you are behind the scenes, being the actual technology guru that you are. All right, thank you for helping make this happen. You know, listen, when I talked about coming to Coppin, I talked about creating some historic moments. Well, we're in one right now. I don't know how many presidents have ever been introduced to their campus via social media in the way that we are doing it now, and definitely not in the midst of a global pandemic. So Coppin, we're off to a very good start of creating history, and our pace is going to be brisk and our trajectory is going to continue to be north. So Kelly, thank you very much. I also want to take this opportunity to thank and to acknowledge the entire Coppin community. The outstanding students, the incredible faculty, the dedicated staff, the outstanding administrators who worked alongside of the interim president to make sure that this transition that we're going through was successful. And let me be clear, you know, higher education, as I've indicated earlier, has never seen anything like this. There are going to be some small hurdles for us to overcome. But the very fact that Coppin and the entire Eagle Nation came together to make this happen speaks volumes about your resolve, your dedication, and your commitment to students and a quality education. We will continue to get through this. We will continue to move our institution forward. And whether that means that we are in some kind of a pattern similar to this into the summer and probably early fall, we will continue to forge a path forward that's going to outline success for our students and success for our institution overall. So I just wanted to put that out there and to thank everyone for their energy, their commitment, and their patience, because this is going to require us to continue to focus in all of those areas. So again, thank you very much. Let me also take a quick moment to acknowledge three very important people. who I would not be able to do what I do if not for my beautiful, outstanding, incredible wife and my two beautiful little commanders in chief. They are everything to me, and they support me in everything that I do. And when you are taking on the role of a university president, which is as demanding as it is exciting, having that support is very important. So let me introduce the first family, and I'll start with my wife and our new first lady and my college sweetheart, Toinette. She's gonna come from around the desk here and pop up somewhere in the video here. Here she is, here. All right, and so I'm glad to introduce you all to the first lady, and I'll give her the opportunity to say hi here and any other words that she would like to share very quickly. But let me also introduce our two daughters, Ashley and Alicia. These are my two little commanders in chief right here. They call all the shots. They tell Daddy what to do with his time and all of these great things, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ashley here is my oldest, and Alicia is my youngest. They are not twins. They are 13 months apart. And so full of energy, full of excitement. And again, I am very fortunate. I'm very blessed, and could not do what I do without the support of this team right here, which is my A team, literally. So let me pause for a quick moment. I'll turn to the First Lady, see if you have anything that you want to say. Step in a little bit so everyone can see you in the camera, and we'll go from there.
Just wanted to say I am honored to be the next First Lady of Coppin State University. I look forward to working with all of its dynamic students, faculty, and staff, as well as the neighboring community and the state at large. I'm just excited to be an Eagle.
Thank you. All right, so I'm not going to put my two little girls on the spot. They'll just wave and do what they do and look adorable, and then Daddy will get back to talking some more stuff with the Coppin family. All right, thank you, big girls. Okay. You know, as we talk about Coppin, where we are and where we're going to be headed, you know, we are going to collectively come together and have some conversations across campus and beyond campus about where Coppin is and what we need to continue to do to continue elevating Coppin in a way that we know it deserves. And so it is important, as far as I'm concerned, to have that type of campus conversation so that I can continue to listen and learn from not only our students, our faculty and staff, but also the actual surrounding community, from our outstanding alumni and from business leaders, from lawmakers. All of these individuals are going to play a critical role in the success of Coppin. And it's going to require us to look at ourselves in a very critical way and to make decisions that may not always be popular. But those decisions will always be made in the best interest of our students and what is best for Coppin State University overall. A part of my philosophy in leadership is that we will operate from a perspective where it is a we over me mentality. I believe in making sure that our campus environment is not only inspirational, but it is transformational. And that's going to require all of us to pitch in and do our part. I'm excited about the opportunity to lead Coppin into its next chapter. And one of the things that I've often told my teams, as president, I'm never going to ask anyone to follow me. I'm simply going to ask people to join me. This is our journey, and the chapter that we write for Coppin is ours to write. We have a rich storied history at our institution, and we're going to build on that. We are not going to get stuck there. We are going to use our past to help us pivot and make sure we continue to meet the educational and the economic needs of our city and our community and our citizens. And so I am very excited about the opportunity that that is out in front of us. And I want to make sure that we continue to do our due diligence in the best way possible. Now, let me be clear, right? We know that Coppin, like many other institutions, not only in the state of Maryland, but across our nation, has its challenges. And many of the challenges that we face, they are not unique to Coppin. However, how we address those challenges will not be national cookie cutter approaches that we take off the shelf and try to force into our institution. We're going to continue to know our students. We're going to continue to assess our campus environment. We are going to look at our culture. We're going to look at what promotes and encourages student success, and we're going to look at what hinders student success. And we're going to correct those things, and we're going to continue to do better in the areas that we're already doing better. And so that's a part of the overall significance of how we are going to approach matters over the next several years while I serve as your new president. So there is no question that COVID-19 is going to produce another layer of challenges for Coppin. We have to be ready for those challenges. We don't know what they are. Now we can forecast and we can predict and we can look at some of the things that we believe are going to be challenges and be ready to take on those challenges head on. But we also have to be ready to look at things or try and identify things that we don't even know are coming. That's going to require us to use common sense as well as our intellectual strength, and together start looking at how we think from a proactive standpoint and be very sharp and fluent in our reactive capacity. So one of the other things that I want to touch on here quickly is as the incoming president, we are going to have a multitude of areas that we're going to be focusing on. We are going to prioritize those areas. Now, I have 5 areas that I'm going to be starting conversations about to really look at how we drill down and make sure that we're connecting all 4 corners of the university. And first and foremost, we're going to diversify our enrollment growth. We need to continue to look at how we do that in a very systematic and strategic way that is going to be healthy for Coppin and for the students that we enroll. We have to continue to make sure that we are committed to not only bringing students in the front door, but we also create the type of college experience that connects them to Coppin and then gets them out in a respectable time, 4, 5, or 6 years, so that they can go on and do what Eagles have been doing since 1900, and that's changed the world. We have to be committed to their success. We also, speaking of their success, have to double down and continue trending in the right direction when it comes to overall holistic student success, student retention, and graduation rates. Now, because of the population of students that we serve here at Coppin, right, we also have to drive a new narrative and have folks also focus on the number of degrees that we complete in an academic year. So many times I see higher education trapping itself in a corner, trying to fit every institution into a 4, 5, and 6 year graduation rate. I want to make sure that we are looking at that more broadly with respect to our institution, and we're having conversations about the number of degrees completed in any given year. And we want to continue to see that number go up. We also want to focus on experiential learning. It's going to be very important that we continue to prepare our students, not only from a theoretical perspective, but also from an application perspective, that we look at experiential learning, whether that's through student leaderships, whether that's through our student government, whether that's through student research, whether we are looking at practicums, internships. We have to make sure that we're using every opportunity to create experiential learning value for our students so that they're better prepared to not only graduate with that outstanding academic degree from Coppin, but that they're also ready to go out and change our community, our state, region, and nation. And so we are going to be talking more about experiential learning, about student success and retention, and about overall enrollment. And I am welcoming your ideas, your input, so that we can continue to do what is best for our great institution. We're also going to be focusing on research. We're going to be looking at grants, contracts, and we're also going to focus on translational research. I am of the opinion that it is no longer good enough to simply do research without applying that research into society and have it impact whatever angle or area we are trying to improve. And so I look forward to talking about research with the research faculty on campus and how we also expand that from an interdisciplinary research capacity. And then I want to talk about innovation and faculty excellence and staff excellence. We will continue to evolve as a university. We'll continue to invest in our faculty and in our staff and in their professional development so that they are able to continue to teach at the highest level and deliver a quality education that's going to allow our students to be the critical thinkers and the problem solvers of today and the solution finders of tomorrow. So these are things that I look forward to us doing over my tenure as president. I look forward to meeting all of you face to face. I look forward to having conversations. I look forward to the suggestions, the recommendations, the criticism, and the feedback, because again, that's the only way that we're going to continue to get better. We are going to build and continue to build off what Interim President Burnham and the previous leadership at Coppin State University has been doing. We're going to continue to invest in what we do great. We're going to continue to shore up our shortcomings. We are going to work across the institution and making sure that we do everything to put our students front and center, and that their success is our success and vice versa. You know, again, I'm excited about the opportunity to serve as the next president of Coppin State. My family and I are looking to become intertwined not only on campus, but within the community. Because as the president, I must be out and serving as the greatest cheerleader for Coppin. And that is what I'm going to do. Every day is not going to be a sunny day. As a campus community, we are not going to always agree on the decisions that I make as president. But I will guarantee you this. Every decision I make, every morning I get up, it is going to be simply about how do I help make Coppin better? How do I make sure that the young men and women who have put their hopes and dreams in us continue to evolve and grow, and we prepare them to enhance the quality of their lives and to create social mobility so that they are in a better place when they leave us than when they entered. As the incoming president, I just look forward to so many great things. There's so much great promise at Coppin. I am just moved by what I have heard, what I have read. I want to again thank our faculty and our students. I've been following on Twitter, and I am inspired by all of the great work I have heard and read that you all are doing in helping the actual community in this time of COVID-19. Keep up the great work. That is the Coppin spirit. That is what the Eagle Nation is all about. Understanding that the world is bigger than ourselves, and we're going to contribute to making every environment we enter better. Again, thank you. I will stop there and turn it back over to President Burnham if he has any closing words. Again, thank you, everyone. Thank you for all of the phone calls and the emails and the well wishes that I have received since late November, early December. It has been very inspiring, and I am now even more excited to get to Baltimore and to get to you all, and let's do great things together, and that is what we will do. So thank you very much. Continue to do well. I hope everyone continues to stay safe, take care of yourself and your family, and thank you very much.
Dr. Jenkins, thank you very much. I know that the members of the Coppin State University community were inspired by your remarks. And I know that they are as excited as you are to begin this new partnership and to get started doing the things that the university will need to focus on. As you prepare to come, you should know that you will be greeted here and joined here at the university by some wonderful students, some dedicated and highly prepared faculty members, and a staff that's truly committed to student success. It's a wonderful campus community. They are eager to move forward and to advance their service to the mission. And I can tell you there's a great deal of excitement surrounding your arrival. And so they're looking forward to it with great anticipation. Well, I wish you the best, and we will continue to prepare the campus as well as we can for your arrival, and wish you well as you close things out there. And we look forward to seeing you here in Maryland. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you.